Hey guys, what is up? If you're like me, you probably have your pre-order in on your new Ford Lightning and you just can't wait to start going onto Ford's website and start configuring all the different options and pricing out your future car. The problem is you can't do that quite yet. Ford has not released the page on their website where you can actually tinker with stuff. So that got me thinking, well, maybe we can do some reverse engineering and look at this year's model of the Ford F-150 and then match some of the prices that we get for common additions, like maybe a towing package or maybe you're adding in a moonroof. So basically what I did is I went in and did the 3 most common builds that I think will exist for the Ford Lightning. And I'm going to share those with you today with the ballpark, I mean, it's going to be close, I think, of what it should cost. So taking the base price that's technically released right now of the Lightning and adding in the add-ons that you can get with the current F-150, I've mashed them together for a pricing sheet that should be pretty close. And again, these are just what I think are going to be the most popular trims. You could probably do this yourself really easily. I'm not groundbreaking anything here, but maybe these trims appeal to you and I save you some research. And now before I share what those 3 trims are and the price of them, I went ahead and I linked the spec sheet. So I did go over what is standard on these Lightnings and then what is included. So I made sure not to add things that already come standard at that trim level because they are a little different from the Lightning to the Ford F-150 current model. So with that being said, let's get into it. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and link all of my references because I used Ford's website. So if you haven't used the current builder, it's really fun to just build dream configurations of trucks or cars, Mach-E stuff. It's fun. And I also went ahead and added the pricing sheet, the base pricing sheet that I'm going off of, which I think there's mixed reviews on if it's official. I think on Reddit, some people said it was in an email, but a lot of people also said that it wasn't technically an email from Ford. But it seems pretty legit because the descriptions are pretty similar to Ford's website. So we're going to go off that. And hey, if it's less than that, that'd be really cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let's get into it. So this first build I think is going to be really popular. Now it's the Pro. I think it has a lot of people attracted because of that low price tag. But if you look at the spec sheet, there's not a lot of upgrades you can do. And of course, I think it's meant for more fleet truck purchases, but consumers can buy it as well. So it's an electric car at $40,000. When you look at what's included on the spec sheet, you're going to want a couple upgrades, at least the ones that are available. So what I did is I looked at the current XL, which I think is probably very close to the Pro, and added what I think you'd want. So the Pro tier comes in at $46,414, which means I added roughly between $6,000 and $7,000 in upgrades that I think you'll probably want. I avoided things like the technology package because these already come with the 12-inch screen at the 2 lower models, as well as what do they call it? Your dash, whatever the dash screen is called. I am blanking. So just under $2,000 for the it's called the STX Appearance Package. I feel like something like that is going to be a real big hit, and my guess, and this is like kind of a dream that probably isn't real, but there might be some sort of upgrade tier at this Pro level to maybe even give you that full light bar. I doubt it. I think that they're using that as an incentive to get people up to the XLT. But right now for the standard, it's called the STX Appearance Package. And I think something like that might be nice. It might even include runners. Who knows what it'll have for the Lightning. But I'm guessing there'll be some sort of like semi-appearance upgrade to just kind of, it's a great upsell for them. And plus it makes you kind of have like a cooler looking truck while still staying at that low price point. The second thing I was sure to add on this one is towing package. Only because I have a big feeling that people will be using this for towing, especially the commercial people and people doing, like, if this is your work truck and you're ready to move over, you're probably hauling things a lot. someone like me is not hauling more than like I have a bike rack on it, so I don't need that, but I'm guessing someone will. That is about $1,000, so you can deduct $1,000 from this total price if you are like me and don't need the towing package. So the biggest takeaway on the XL or Pro is that you probably want to spend some money on like maybe some appearance stuff, because it makes the cheapest one look like you didn't get the cheapest one. At least that's me. And because it already has some good tech features, you're pretty much set there and you don't need to spend money on that. Okay, moving on. This next build is based off of the XLT, and I think this will be the most popular version. I think it has to be one of the most popular ones now, because you can get some cool upgrades that you might think are premium. Like, I love the panoramic moonroof. I think that's a must-have if you're getting a Lightning, because that's, again, ties in with like the luxury futuristicness of the car. Like, that's what's so cool about Teslas to me, is like you just see the whole world around you. I don't know. I think that's a must-have. So I added that to my build here, and basically because I think I'm going to end up with the XLT model, I just scoped out what I think will be my exact build. So let's see if you are anything like me. Also, for the sake of just like simplicity, I know the XLT and the Lariat offer the premium package, or supposedly based on that survey pricing. But we're going to disregard that for now and just build off the base model just for simplicity's sake. Maybe if that premium package ends up having all of this stuff, then there you go. You don't even need me. Something interesting, this is totally off subject, but I was just going through this again. The XLT right now, base price is $41,000, and the Lariat is only $5K more. Less than that, $4K more. The Lariat starts at $45,000. And I think that's so wild, because on the Lightning, the base XLT is $52,000, and the Lariat goes up to the Lariat goes up to $64K, almost $65,000, night and day. Like, I'm boom. Okay, but back to that. My second build is at that XLT level, and it is, with all my add-ons, $58,514. What's interesting is all my custom pricing end in 4. That's pretty cool. I don't know why, but so here's what I added on to my XLT, and it's not a lot. Basically, if I were to buy the gas version, this would also be the exact build that I would go for. So the first thing I added is upgraded sport cloth interior. I think that is like perfect for me. I don't need leather, but something a little bit up from like base cloth is cool, or the vinyl. I like that they offer that. And then also I went ahead and did, again, that 40 Council 40, because I wasn't sure if they're going to make that an upgrade or if it's standard on the new model. So that was only about $300. I think doing the sport made me upgrade a package, though, which will probably be similar when you're doing your Lightning pricing. And then the final thing, like I said, I got to have that twin panel moonroof. I think it's pretty cheap, the $14K for it. Whoa, not $14K, $1,400. I do that all the time. $1,400 for that twin panel panoramic moonroof. I'd pay it in a second. I love it. I think it's so cool. Basically, when it comes to the XLT level, it's kind the name of my game is make this look like I bought the higher tier when I didn't. And I guess that's the name of the game across the board. But just make me feel like I'm getting that luxury-ish electric car. You know, that's all I want. Okay, the next build is for the big spenders out there, but not the highest level spenders. So, which comes out to $75K and $94. But we'll just round up and say $75K. Man, that's a pretty pricey car. But let's see what we get. So what I have here puts you right in the middle of the Lariat with the premium package and the standard Lariat. And Lariat, I'm probably butchering that. So here's what I was able to add on. So basically, I wanted this to be pretty decked out. I wanted the leather seats, so that's all wrapped up in a package. The moonroof, again, is included in a package. All of this stuff is just kind of bundled. And basically, what I'm trying to say here, I'm not going to itemize through everything, But what I was able to do, and hopefully you're able to do this when it's actually released, is I was able to scope out a couple of the premium features that I think are nice. Like, what's interesting is this trim level automatically comes with the infotainment system, so you don't really need an upgraded tech package. And I think that's semi-standard across the line, which is going to be it's a pretty good selling point for this car. Like an upgrade for the Lariat is the phone as key functionality. I'm actually really bummed that you have to go Lariat for that. It's so electric cars, like, you think Tesla, you just think phone as key. Like, and not only that, it's an add-on at the Lariat. So really only the premium comes standard with that. That kind of seems like they dropped the ball a little bit. They should have wrapped that in my opinion, at all the trim levels. It just should be standard, and it probably will be at the next model, I would guess. The last thing I want to talk about is kind of what I learned after this deep dive, and there's a lot of things that I think should have been included at all the trim levels that aren't. So for me, especially when you look at like the Mach-E for one, like the screen is standard on all the Mach-E's, that awesome 15-inch screen. When you look at Teslas, they all come with a cool screen no matter what. Like, I almost feel like, obviously I know why they did it. They need upsell, they need a way to make it more affordable, and people probably love that. But for me, when you're diving in on the electric car, I feel like the upgrade should be more like appearance stuff, or seats, or sound system. Like, all that stuff still makes sense to me as upgrades, but like the phone is key, the walk up and it senses you, the auto driving, like at least the auto cruise control should be standard on it. My wife had a Hyundai Santa Fe, I believe. Yeah, Santa Fe. And the base level has auto driving. Like, that's just, people want the technology, guys. At least I do. What's crazy, the XLT, you can't even buy an add-on to get the self-driving. Or driver assist. Active park assist, both of those. People would probably pay for that. I would. It looks like lane keep assist is actually included on standard, as well as auto high beam. Oh, that's great. It's the lane centering and speed is what's not, and is an upgrade. Okay, so I don't know if that video was what you hoped it was, but for me it was a fun exercise to do. Again, all of the stuff I use is going to be linked in the description. I'd love to know your thoughts. It seems, I don't know, I have mixed thoughts, honestly. I'm still very excited and really want this car. So I'm going to keep following everything and making a ton of videos. So if you're interested in the Ford Lightning, I'm going to do my best to come out here every time I have a new tidbit and just talk. So if that sounds like something you want to hear, please feel free to describe. God, I'm losing it. Please, all right. So everyone, thank you for watching. Please describe. I'll see you in the next one.